Okay, probably one of the more complex things we're going to talk about today, but I would say a majority of the institutions that we go into, especially for the first time, we've not ever been in one and done a review before, we end up having to have a discussion about one of the items on this page. So obviously, there's several things included in the loan calculation section here. The one that I want to point out specifically is going to be as it relates to finance charges and the APR. So we cannot utilize TRID disclosures to do APRs and finance charges. They're not set up for that. Okay, old truth in lending documents. Remember truth in lending documents before TRID? They did that. Okay, but we don't have that sort of itemization anymore. So the thing that we see that gets messed up the most when it comes to the finance charge and the APR is when the seller pays for all or a portion, doesn't matter, but they pay for all or a portion of a charge that was originally the borrower's responsibility to pay. Okay, but the borrower negotiated with the seller to get them to pay for all or a portion of that fee, and it was a finance charge. Well, the entire fee remains a finance charge regardless of who pays for it, unless you have a three-way contract. I've never seen one, and banks and the attorneys for banks would not allow this to happen. So you'll probably never run into it. Just remember that anytime a seller pays for a borrower charge in whole or in part, the entire charge remains the borrower's responsibility and therefore is a finance charge, even though the seller is going to pay for all or a portion of it. Do not kick out of the finance charge any dollars that are paid for by the seller on behalf of the borrower. If you do so, it will understate your APR, will understate your finance charge, which may lead to violations and may go even further into something that potentially is reimbursable. We see this violation very happen commonly when it comes to APRs and finance charges. Again, if the borrower pays for something, it's still a finance charge. I'm sorry, if the seller is paying for something that was the borrower's responsibility, whether it's in whole or in part, the whole fee still is a finance charge for the borrower. Don't exclude it. It will cause you problems with your APR and finance charge.